Good morning, students. We are going to discuss the third experiment of cycle 1 today, that is frequency shift keying, generation and detection. Okay. So already we discussed the cycle of experiments, okay, and we are using CD4051 8:1 mux for the generation of the FSK. So here as per the logic, we are using a positive logic here. That means whenever the binary is at logic 1, we are selecting a high frequency. We require two carrier signals. So two high frequency carrier signals, FC1 and FC2. So we are taking FC1 as 9 kilohertz and FC2 as 3 kilohertz. So since it is a frequency shift keying, only frequency of the carrier will change, keeping the amplitude and phase constant according to the binary or the modulating control signal. So we have taken here NRZ, that is +5 is logic 1, -5 is logic 0. Okay. Now to start with the logic here, I have shown here the C of t equal to, we will get the C1 is taken as 9 kilohertz, C2 is taken as 3 kilohertz. Okay. So we are connecting at pin number 13 3 kilohertz signal, pin number 14 9 kilohertz signal, pin number 11 is the binary signal, pin number 3 is the output. Okay. This is the logic we are using. I'll show you, and rest it is controlling logic here. 9, 10 and 11 is 0, 0 means you will get pin number 13 signal as the output. We'll check the circuit here. I have used CD4051 IC here. We know that in the CD4051 IC, so pin number 13 and 14 we are going to check here. So this is pin number 13, okay, which is carrier 1, the one of the carrier. So 3 kilohertz, that is FC2. Okay, as per the logic, whenever we have at pin number 11 our control signal, when it is 1, it has to give the positive or high frequency carrier. So whenever it is 0, 0th input, that is pin number 13, it has to give the low frequency. So I am taking here the pin number 13 is the low frequency carrier, pin number 14 is the high frequency carrier. I have taken a difference of the around 6 kilohertz here. So one is 3 kilohertz, one other is the 9 kilohertz. You can see here this is FC1, which is connected at okay. So this is FC1 high frequency carrier, and other one is FC2. Okay, amplitude will remain same, only frequency is changing. So FC1 and FC2, and it is connected with the pin number 11, which is a binary signal for using for modulating. Okay. Now we'll go for checking the output at pin number 3. Okay. So this is the output at pin number 3. So what is as per the logic, whenever you have a binary, whenever you have a high modulating signal input, you have to get FC1. So FC1 is a high frequency carrier for a duration of how long the high frequency modulating signal will remain. So the modulating signal we have given is a 500 hertz. So 500 hertz means one cycle is taken as 2 milliseconds, and this is 1 millisecond. For a duration of 1 millisecond, you are getting a high frequency carrier, and whenever modulating signal is low, you are getting a low frequency. Alternately, you will get high frequency carrier and low frequency carrier. It is a frequency shift keying. Frequency of the carrier is shifting between the two carrier frequencies as per the modulating signal, which is high and low. Alternately, whenever it goes high, high frequency carrier, whenever it goes low, you will get a low frequency carrier. So 9 kilohertz and 3 kilohertz. Amplitude remains same. So we are getting here approximately the amplitude of 6.4 volts. Now we'll go for the demodulation. So here we are using for the demodulation, we use the technique of converting FSK to ASK. Okay, converting FSK to ASK using a low pass filter. So low pass filter is designed with a cutoff frequency of FC2, that is 3 kilohertz. So it will allow only the low frequency carrier and remove the high frequency carrier. So this is a circuit for you, which is the first circuit RC network which is given. It is a low frequency filter with a cutoff frequency of FC2, that is 3 kilohertz. We have selected capacitor, assume the capacitor as a 0.01, and resistor is designed based on FC equal to 1/2 pi f. So 1 by 2 pi RC we have designed this circuit, and this output, this is a FSK. This FSK is after passing through the filter, it removes the high frequency carrier, leaving only the low frequency carrier. That means this part has to be removed and only leaving this high frequency carrier. So I'll show you that signal after passing through the filter. Okay, that is input to the diode. So I am connecting this to the input to the diode here. This is the RC filter, and input to the diode I am showing here. Okay, so you can observe there the amplitude of okay, yeah. So you can observe here the amplitude of the high frequency carrier is reduced, but it is not completely eliminated. You can use a cascading of two RC networks, okay, so that the amplitude will be reduced. Right now we are comparing the amplitudes here. The amplitude of this high frequency carrier is low compared to the low frequency carrier, so it will pass through the diode. When it passes through the diode, it will consider the amplitude of the low frequency. So this is the diode circuit which I am showing you here. As per your circuit, this is ASK, what we are getting here, that ASK will be passed through the envelope detector. Okay, so the diode will eliminate the negative half cycle of the low frequency carrier and passes through the network, and again you will get back the envelope detector output. So I'll show you this is the diode circuit with the RC network. So this is your FSK converted to ASK, and this is the envelope detector. So charging and discharging waveform I am going to show you here. So here you will get charging and discharging. Since it is passing through the passive network, the amplitude will be a bit say little. So you are getting a charging. You can observe the charging and discharging. You can observe the charging yellow color waveform there. It is a charging and discharging. So this is the waveform which we are going to give it to the comparator circuit. So comparator will compare the amplitude, and we have connected bias circuit to the other end of the comparator. So this is the comparator circuit. This is charging and discharging waveform is given to the pin number 3, and approximately half of the amplitude we are applying here. By adjusting that, you will get back the recovered signal which is shown here. Approximately 3 kilohertz you will get back the recovered signal. So I'll show you the comparator output. Okay, this is the comparator output. Okay, as I told you, since the amplitude will be high, it's passing through the comparator which will have so this is pin number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I'm checking the output at pin number 6 of the comparator, that is this circuit, pin number 6 of the comparator. So here at the output you are getting back your original message signal which you have given. So a slight delay is there. Okay, so when you check the frequency, you are getting back the same frequency what you have given. You have given 510 hertz here as the modulating signal, and you are getting 513 hertz, so which is approximately same frequency as what we have given, except that we are getting a high amplitude since we are using the comparator. So as per the logic, you are getting the plus and minus, which is a NRZ data which we have given. So this is FSK detection using the conversion of FSK into ASK, and using the envelope detector and comparator we have got back the original message signal.